Lahat ng drama, tawanan, balita at all-time favorite music hits. Sa lungkot at ligaya, kami pa rin ang inyong kasama. We're the place where you truly belong. Mula sa TVH Group of Networks, ito ang inyong himpilan. Ito ang inyong tahanan. Number 1 sa Mega Manila. Live from Kool Studios, this is koolNews at noon.
Good afternoon, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. This is koolNews at noon. I'm Cairo, and we are live on Kool FM and News Radio 93.1. So let's begin with our headlines. The Senate of the next Congress following the midterm elections will decide the fate of impeached Vice President Sara Duterte in the trial after the chamber adjourned without convening as an impeachment court, according to Senate President Francis Escudero. The trial will likely extend into 20 Congress. The decision will be rendered during the 20 Congress, that's almost certain, Escudero said, during the Campianza Senado forum on Thursday. Congress adjourned on Wednesday ahead of the campaign for the upcoming polls. The earliest Senate action of the impeachment could come on June 2 after the elections and when the majority of the Senate has decided whether to amend or what to include in the rules of impeachment, as Escudero said. The impeachment rules have to be reviewed and some loopholes need to be fixed, and this could be done during the recent recess, he said. The Senate received the articles of impeachment from the House of Representatives shortly before the senators adjourned the session on Wednesday. The impeachment complaint, which was the fourth filed against Duterte in the House, was signed by 215 representatives. President Marcos' son, Ilos Duterte Representative Sandro Marcos, was the first to sign the document, and his cousin, Speaker Martin Romualdez, was the last signatory. The Vice President is accused of culpable violation of the Constitution, bravery, graft, and corruption, and betrayal of public trust, and other high crimes, including her alleged misuse of up to 612.5 million pesos in conventional funds of her office and the Department of Education from 2022 to 2023. Escudero said that holding an impeachment trial during the congressional break legally cannot be done, as the complainant was not referred to the plenary to establish a basis for convening the impeachment court by the Senate, which had been serving as a legislative body. He said, for an impeachment court to be convened, the Senate must be in session. To swear in the impeachment judges, the Senate must be in session. While the trial may proceed even during recess, it must be started, convened, and the Senate judges sworn in during session. Noting that this happened during the impeachment trial of the late Supreme Court Chief Justice Renato Corona. Escudero said the president may call for a special session, but only to tackle important things and bills that need to be passed, not to convene an impeachment court. Of course, when a special session is called, whether we agree or not, of course we will attend, he said. He said the Senate could not be blamed for any delay in the impeachment trial as it received the articles of impeachment late on Wednesday. Meanwhile, earlier, Vice President Sara Duterte held a press conference regarding her impeachment. This was almost an hour ago. And now, it looks like Steven is here. Do you have anything from Steven?
To our listeners and viewers, discretion, parental guidance is advice. A 45-year-old woman was shot to death by two men riding a motorcycle was leaving in front of her house in Barangay San Isidro, Rodriguez Rizal on Tuesday, February 4. The Rodriguez Rizal police reported. Based on the police report, one of the suspects shot the victim twice using a .45 caliber pistol. She was declared dead on the spot. Rodriguez Rizal Police Chief Lieutenant Colonel Paul Sabulao said the police investigation revealed that there was a long-standing dispute from neighbors regarding the property, which could be the motive for the crime. According to Sabolao, during our investigation, we discovered that the victim does not have the land title to the lot where the house is. They were asked to vacate the property multiple times but refused because they were living there for a long time already. Following the shooting, a senior citizen was arrested by the police after the victim's children positively identified him as one of the suspects. They said he was the one who was driving the motorcycle used for the shooters. Sabolao said before the shooting, the witnesses said the suspects went around the area twice before shooting their mother on the third time. The arrested suspect refused to comment on the shooting, but he denied the statements of the witnesses. He is currently facing a murder complaint. Meanwhile, the police are still conducting a manhunt operation against the shooter. From the station that cares for you, I'm Stephen Juan del Sol for koolNews. This is your station, this is home, and this is Kool FM. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much, Stephen Juan del Sol. And now let's continue with more headlines from me. The majority of Filipinos said that of the food items they bought in the last quarter of 2024, rice per kilo posted the highest increase, and the government did not do enough to control inflation according to a social order station survey. The survey, conducted from January 17 to 20 and commissioned by the TVH Group, showed that 59% of the respondents identify rice as the food item they purchased from October to December 2024, whose price rose the highest. On the other hand, 25% said it was meat products such as chicken, pork, and beef, 11% cited vegetables, while 4% said it was seafood. The survey results also showed that 58% believed the solutions provided by the government to control inflation were insufficient. Only 60% said they were sufficient, while 90% said they were neither sufficient nor insufficient. Dissatisfaction was highest in Mindanao with 65%, followed by Metro Manila with 60%. The SWS survey involved 1,800 respondents nationwide with a margin of error of plus or minus 2%. This is koolNews at noon. It is now 12:10 p.m. and we will return after the break.
This koolNews edition was brought to you by Ladies' Choice Chicken and Ham Spread, Dunkin', Pasalubong ng Bayan, Eugen's 5G Experience, now available with 1 GB data for BD.Global. Unique Toothpaste, Maxalaga with maximum fluoride protection, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation, ISO certified world-class quality. ACS. Baygon, the #1 insect killer brand in the Philippines. And QBA Telecom's all-new Aria Saya 30, now with 10 GB access to Mobile Legends, PUBG Mobile, Call of Duty, Wild Rift, Cookie Run Kingdom, and Clash Royale for 7 days. QBA Telecom, connecting every Filipino story.
Hello, buenas noches Filipinas. My name is Blue Wave and you're watching Sábado en la Noche with Blue.
Nandito na ang bagong Saturday Primetime Talk Show kasama si Blue Wave.
At may joy transmission po ang SPC bukas 6 a.m. Ay, joy lang po.
Uli!
Pero hindi mo kami katulad. Isang side lamang ang iniisip at tinatanggap.
Kung showbiz balita, teknolohiya, BDAU reading o iba pa, we got you covered.
One last word, Mika, I love you. Bye.
Sábado en la Noche with Blue. Tuwing Sábado, 9 p.m. Dito lang sa Kool FM. Ang inyong himpilan, ang inyong tahanan.
Kool FM.
Miss, pabili ng Farex B.
Farex B ha? Ayaw ko ng iba.
Yung Farex B nga po.
Meron kayong Farex B?
Marami ang umaasa sa akin. Kaya Farex B.
Buong Pilipinas ay far-excited! Hindi nagpapahinto sa ngalay, tusok, manhid sa tulong ng
Farex B. Farex B. Far-excited with Farex B.
with proper diet and healthy lifestyle. Farex Vitamin B1, B6, B12.
If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Alam nyo bang masama ang pagtatanim ng mga puno o mga pananim o halamang matataas ang tubo malapit sa daanan ng linya ng kuryente? Bukod sa maaari itong makapagdulot ng pinsala sa mga nasa paligid nito, maaari rin itong maapektuhan ang daloy ng kuryente patungo sa mga kabahayan. May kaukulang parusa ang mahuhuling lumalabag rito, katulad ng pagkakakulong ng hanggang 12 taon at multa na hindi bababa sa 50,000 piso. Makipagtulungan upang mapanatiling tuloy-tuloy ang daloy ng kuryente sa inyong lugar at saan man sa bansa. Isang paalala mula sa NGCP.
Sa
Senado, kaligtasan at justisya ang aming misyon.
Ang katarungan ay makakamit kung sama-sama tayo sa tama at tapat na pagkilos. Kakampi na inapi, Erwin Tulfo.
Benhar Abalos, tama at tapat na pagkilos. Magkakampi sa Senado.
Dapat tunayan na, sa panahon ng pinakamatinding pagsubok, dala ni James Roaf ang pagbangon, pag-asa at pagbabago. Nang tinamaan tayo ng matitinding kalamidad, nagpatayo si Roaf ng higit 200,000 bahay at nagbigay ng hanap buhay para sa mga nasakuna. Nang naging kalihim ng turismo si Roaf, higit 5 milyong turista ang bumisita sa Pilipinas at nakalikha ng higit 10,000 trabaho at oportunidad para sa lahat. Leadership, results, integrity. James Roaf, pagbabagong kailangan para sa ating bagong bayan.
Madalas mapasok kapag niluluto para sa pamilya? Basta may paso o burn, United Home Burn Ointment agad.
Unilab yan.
Benzocaine, boric acid, and eucalyptus is the generic name of United Home Burn. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Senador Bongo Bongo, Bongo Bongo, Bongo Bongo na. Mr. Malasakit, Senador Bongo, bisyo ang magserbisyo.
Ako po ang inyong Senator Kuya Bongo, patuloy na magsiserbisyo sa inyo lahat dahil ako po ay naniniwala na ang serbisyo sa tao, serbisyo po yan sa Diyos.
Bongo Bongo na. Mr. Malasakit, Senador Bongo, bisyo ang magserbisyo.
One Pacman, one Pacman, one Pacman, one Pacman, one Pacman. One Pacman Party List. Champion sa sports. Number 22 sa balota. 22 tayo.
Tight game. Shoots and it's... Nabitin? Magtusiran Forte. With Total Cough Relief Formula. Laban sa dry non-stop ubo. Kati sa lalamunan due to post-nasal drip at sakit sa kakaubo. Tusiran Forte.
Unilab yan.
Dextromethorphan, HBr plus phenylpropanolamine HCl plus paracetamol is the generic name of Tusiran Forte. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
You're running late for the prom when something goes wrong. Nakapanit ako og sapatos ng matangtang ang swelo sa akong sapatos.
Hello? It's late. Where are you?
Crunch time. What you gonna do? Keep cool with new Nestle Crunch Cookies and Cream. Vanilla ice cream with cookie bits coated in white chocolate and crisp cereal. I got this. Saw my cool blue chucks to rock my white socks. K-O-K to the prom, I'm on my way. New Nestle Crunch Cookies and Cream ice cream. Keep cool with Crunch.
Bakit kahit quality, abot kaya pa rin ang mga gamot ng RightMed? Dahil gusto ng RightMed na gumaling kayo nang kayo'y nakakakilos, nakapagtatrabaho. Coco Martin po at kasama ako ng RightMed na naghahangad na gumaling kayo. Sumaya, makibahagi ng gusto sa buhay. Para sa pamilya, para sa bayan.
Dahil gusto namin na gumaling kayo.
If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Let's continue with our headlines. A total of 20 civil society organizations on Thursday expressed their opposition to the government's plan to close the ESTA busway and allow motorcycles to use the bike lanes of Metro Manila's busiest thoroughfare. In a statement, the CSOs, led by Safer and More Human Urban Transport Advocate known as One Coalition, asked the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority, the Department of the Interior and local government, and other national agencies to work together to put the needs of pedestrians, including those who take public transportation and people on bicycles, above all other road users. They said all of us are pedestrians, and a significant number are choosing to walk or cycle to work and school and to access social services, they said. The groups added that they were gravely concerned and baffled by the pronouncements of the MMDA and the DILG heads following the February 4 meeting that President Marcos convened at Manila to discuss the MMDA's comprehensive management plan for Metro Manila and nearby provinces. Their statements, according to the CSOs, contradict the transportation policy statement in the Philippine Development Plan 2023-2028, which puts the needs of pedestrians and cyclists above those of other road users. At the press briefing on Wednesday after the Malacanang meeting, MMPA Chair Romando Artes said there was a proposal to shut down the EDSA busway once the capacity of the Metro Rail Transit 3 was expanded. With the MRT3 able to accommodate more passengers, the bus lane would be redundant since both fly the same route, he stressed. Artists suggested the EDSA busway be turned into a special lane that may be used by high occupancy vehicles or private vehicles with 3 to 4 passengers. This suggestion makes no sense. One could be a higher occupancy than a bus, the CSO said, adding that it was crystal clear buses carry more passengers, an average of 46.5, than private vehicles, which could carry an average of 1.7 passengers based on the 2022 Japan International Cooperation Agency report. The CSOs observed that Artist's suggestion went against the Department of Transportation statement issued also on Wednesday that described the busway as a crucial step toward a progressive public transportation system with 23 stations operating 24/7, affording commuters a safe and reliable option for transport. Transportation Secretary Jimmy Bautista, the statement said, was waiting for the results of the feasibility study on how best to improve the EDSA busway by tapping private sector technical and financial expertise. The move as one coalition and CSOs also expressed concern about Interior Secretary John Vic Remula's announcement that plans to modify the bicycle lanes to become a shared space with motorcycles were also discussed. Remula said this would reduce the risk of motorcycle riders being involved in road crashes. There is no road safety guidance that suggests that bicycles and motorcycles should mix in the same road space. The CSO said, reiterating the position when the MMDA made the same suggestion in 2023. They also cited the Transportation Office Memorandum Circular Number 2021 to 2022-67, which states that bicycle lanes are for the sole use of cyclists, non-motorized transport users, and light mobility vehicle or personal mobility device users. The LTO memo said that more vehicles with their weight and potential speed would endanger bicycles when they enter bicycle lanes. Among the CSOs that signed the statement were Make It Safer Movement, Cycle Savers, Ilok Pasig Lahin Movement, Bicycle Friendly Philippines, Sakay PH, People's Budget Coalition, Move Metro Manila, National Federation of Transport Workers Union, Sentro ng mga nakakaisa at Progresibong Panggagawa, Commute, Classic Barkadahan, Safe and Sound Cities Naga, UP School of Economics Student Council, UP Economics Towards Consciousness, and UP Alyansa ng mga mag-araw para sa panglipunang katwiran at kalunlaran. Meanwhile, President Marcos has extended the term of Philippine National Police Chief General Romel by another 4 months, allowing him to remain in office until after the May polls. Malacanang announced the move in a statement on Thursday, just a few days before the official start of the campaign period for the midterm elections. The statement cited a February 4 memorandum signed by Executive Secretary Lucas Pasamin and addressed to Interior Secretary John Vic Remula. The palace said Marcos allowed Marvel to continue serving as PNP chief beyond 56, the compulsory retirement age for those in the military and uniformed service. Marvel was originally scheduled to step down on February 7 upon turning 56. The president's extension of his tour of duty by 4 months means he will be in office until June 7, or almost a month after the May 12 midterm elections. Marvel assumed the position in April 2024 and is the third PNP chief under the Marcos administration. In the statement, Marvel thanked Marcos for his trust and confidence and said he would focus on preparing for the elections. This extension allows me to focus and work harder on our preparations for the 2024 national and local elections, ensuring that we deliver peaceful, credible, fair, and honest elections, he said. On Wednesday, the PNP led the signing of the Solidarity Pact with the Commission on Elections, the Armed Forces of the Philippines, the Philippine Coast Guard, the Department of Education, faith-based leaders, and other non-government organizations. This agreement symbolizes a shared accountability in upholding electoral integrity and ensuring a secure democratic process, the PNP said. Last month, Marcos hinted at extending Marvel's term to ensure stability in the 228,000-strong police force before the elections. Meanwhile, a plane contracted by the United States military crashed into a rice farm in Ampatuan town in Maguindanao del Sur province on Thursday, killing its pilot and 3 passengers, a U.S. Embassy official confirmed. The Kanishka Kangtopadihay, the U.S. Embassy spokesperson told the Inquirer in a Viber message, "We can confirm that a U.S. military contracted aircraft crashed in Maguindanao del Sur on February 6. He did not provide further information and referred the Inquirer to the U.S. Indo-Pacific Command. The Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines had yet to provide details of the crash as of 8 p.m. on Thursday. The plane bore body number N349CA. Research with flyaway.com showed that the aircraft is a Beechcraft King Air 200 registered under Metria Special Aerospace ISR Incorporated, based in Bethany, Oklahoma, that offers, among others, airborne intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance services. Amir Jihad Amboloto, Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Officer of Maguindanao del Sur, said a team of rescuers retrieved 4 bodies from the aircraft wreckage in the rice paddies of Barangay Malatimon at 4 p.m. The rescuers, Amboloto added, described the victims as Kusasians. Photos shared with the Inquirer also showed a Kusasian-looking man who lay dead near the plane wreckage. Bobby Benito, a civic leader in the province, said the fatalities appeared to be foreigners, but their identities remain unknown. Ampoloto said former Ampatuan Mayor Datus Rasul Stangki, who went to Malatimun, also confirmed him the retrieval of 4 bodies from the crash site. Based on the account of villagers, some of whom posted videos on social media, the crash happened around 2:30 p.m. Jan Makapendet, a resident, said he first noticed the planes circling the skies in the general area of the adjoining towns of Sharif Akwak, Ampatuan, and Datu Ofer. Then we heard a very strong toot and found the plane in an open rice field, said another resident. There was no explosion, only tiny smoke emanating from the plane. As the plane crashed, it hit a carabao and crumpled into pieces. The animal lost its nose from the impact and eventually died, probably from blood loss, according to residents. Although Malatimun is just 3 kilometers from the town hall of Mamasapano town, authorities took time to get there as travel takes time due to the circuitous road network and motorized roads. Now into the business news. Nissan Motor Co-President Makoto Uchida and on Thursday told Honda Motor Co-President Toshihiro Mibe of his intention to call off talks on the proposed business integration between the companies. The two leaders held a meeting at Honda's headquarters in Tokyo as the discussions on the matter, which began last December, seem to have broken down in just 2 months due to the disagreement about Nissan's restructuring plan. Nissan and Honda plan to make an announcement on the fate of the merger talks in mid-February up to their respective in-house procedures. They are seen continuing to consider future plans regarding cooperation, mainly over electric vehicle development and automotive software. In the talks, the two automakers aim to reach a final agreement in June to set up a holding company in summer 2026 that would put them under its wing in order to boost their cooperation. But Honda recently proposed to make Nissan a subsidiary, as Nissan was struggling to come up with restructuring measures following its poor financial performance. Nissan rejected the proposal as it wanted to maintain its equal footing with Honda. Based on the decision that its board made Wednesday, Nissan sought to rescind the basic agreement with Honda regarding the business integration. The latest turn of events will likely force both automakers to reconsider their strategies. It is also seen impacting Mitsubishi Motors Incorporation, in which Nissan has a roughly 25% stake. Honda, Nissan, and Mitsubishi Motors may explore possible collaboration with new partners, as the driving market competition alone is expected to be difficult with new industry rivals from the United States and China on the rise amid the growing popularity of EVs. And now into the international headlines, the Japanese government Thursday presented to an experts panel a plan to allow foreign nationals to engage in home care services under the country's specified skilled worker program as part of efforts to alleviate severe labor shortages. The government also proposed easing regulations so that more foreigners can work in the restaurant industry and at manufacturers of industrial products, which are also struggling with manpower shortages. The proposals were submitted to the first meeting of the panel to discuss revisions to the country's programs for accepting foreign workers. The government aims to amend related operational guidelines for each sector based on the immigration control law as early as this spring. The specified skilled worker program introduced in 2019 allows foreigners with certain skills to work in more than 10 sectors and stay in the country for the medium to long term. In the nursing care sector, foreigners currently cannot engage in home care services. They will be allowed to do so if they meet certain conditions, such as receiving training according to the proposal. In the restaurant sector, businesses licensed under the entertainment business law are currently excluded from the program. The government plans to allow foreigners to work only at restaurants and hotels and inns. The government has decided to increase the number of foreigners working at makers of industrial products. As part of necessary preparations, businesses are expected to launch an organization in charge of tasks such as conducting skill evaluation tests for foreign workers. On the same day, the government held a meeting of another experts panel to discuss rules for operating a new skill development program for foreigners that will replace the existing technical intern program. Plans presented at the meeting include for expanding the number of foreign workers accepted by local companies to prevent the concentration of such workers in urban areas where wages are high. The government will also set a cap on fees that foreign workers pay to host agencies in their home countries before coming to Japan. There have been many cases in which foreigners take loans to pay high agency fees. One idea calls for limiting the fees to the equivalent of 2 months' salary they earn in Japan. Aiming to introduce the new skill development program in fiscal 2027, the government plans to announce ministry ordinance on operational rules by summer this year. And finally, into the entertainment news, Bella Padilla hinted at an upcoming project with Piolo Pascal and Kyle Ekhari after she shared a series of what seemed to be behind-the-scenes photos. On Instagram, Padilla shared a photo of her and Pascal on the beach playfully holding hands as she expressed her gratitude to the actor for always saying yes to working with her. She captioned the photo, "The first person who said yes to a full-length feature film script I wrote years ago. Thank you for always taking a chance on your friends. Thank you for loving our industry so much that you're willing to try and try and try. Thank you for saying yes to my stories this year. I'm excited to play with you again." In a separate Instagram story, Padilla shares several black and white Polaroid style pictures of her and the two actors, this time dedicating the caption to Ekhari. While Padilla kept more details on the wraps, the images, which featured the trio in what appeared to be a production set, have fueled excitement among fans. It is now 1 minute before 6:30 p.m. and that is it for koolNews at noon. We will return with more news headlines with koolNews at 6 later, along with koolNews Primetime at 11:30 p.m. after May sasabihin ako. You can also send us your comments, suggestions, and feedback through our email at tvh.philippines.news@gmail.com. I am Cairo. Take care and good afternoon.